Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So this is my second time around filming this tutorial for you guys. I filmed it yesterday and I did it all myself, and then when I was looking back at the footage, I feel like the angles of me doing my hair was kind of hard to tell what I was doing. So unfortunately I wasn't able to refilm yesterday because I had a meeting in New York City, so I literally was late, a half hour late to my meeting because I was trying to film it and get it right, but it just didn't work. So I figured today I would refilm it and have Brett help me get some cooler angles, so I'm hoping that it turned out a lot better than yesterday's video. But I just wanted to make sure that since I am teaching you a hair tutorial, you could see kind of every angle of how I'm moving my hands. Because with this type of hairstyle, it's kind of all about technique. I can do these braids without even looking in a mirror, which is so crazy because I swear I was one of those people that had no idea how to do French braids. I didn't know how to do a fishtail braid, and I always was like, how can people do it on their own hair? I thought it was the craziest thing. It wasn't until probably a couple of years ago I just was laying in bed and I was just trying to figure out how to do a fishtail braid that I got like really into braids, and little did I know, with a little bit of practice, I can do it on my own hair. So I hope you guys can follow along with this tutorial, pick up some new tricks, and add some cool hairstyles to your list of to-dos. So I feel like I always do this hairstyle when I am about to wash my hair. I'm on that day where it's like not looking good any other way, and then I'll just do a braid because it's just easy and it prevents me from washing it another day. So it's a perfect lazy day hairstyle. Another thing that I always do when I shower, I like to shower at night. I don't know why, I just never shower in the morning. It's just not my thing. So every night when I shower, not every night, I don't shower every single night, but when I do wash my hair, I always get out of the shower and I do one French braid. I just love how my hair air dries that way. It gives it like really pretty natural waves. So I'm always doing French braids at night. If I'm a little lazy and I don't have it in me to do the French braid, I'll just do a regular braid. But that's my secret, I think, to growing like really long hair, is I always let it air dry. I never use heat on it anymore. I used to always use a blow dryer to dry my hair, but I just kind of found a better technique where I'll shower at night, I'll braid my hair, and then by the time I wake up, my hair's dry and it's like frizz-free and perfect little waves. So I think that's like the coolest thing I've ever done. So if you can't do two braids, try learning how to do one and try my little technique if you guys haven't already done it. It's not like a crazy mind-blowing thing, but let me know if your hair comes out a little bit better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you want to learn how I got this hairstyle right here, please keep watching. So first you're going to want to part your hair. It's all about preference, whether you want it directly in the center or a little bit off to the side. I always do it just like a drop off to the side, just because that's how I prefer it. But I like to part the top first. Also, really quickly, before the tutorial started, I brushed my hair. You want to make sure your hair is brushed and has no knots in it, because if you have any knots in it, it'll make it 10 times harder. Believe me, I've tried it both ways. So once you get that part straight, you're going to want to drag it to the back. Okay, so once you've parted your hair, if this is like your first time doing it, maybe ask someone if the part is straight in the back. It's always harder to get it straighter in the back if you're doing it on yourself, but it's not like you're seeing it, so it's not a big deal. So next you're just gonna take a clip and then clip whatever side you are not doing. So the first thing you wanna do is spray your hair with either a lightweight hairspray or some water. I don't have either actually at the moment, so I'm using my facial spray actually, just to get it a little damp and to keep it really smooth. This will make it a lot easier for you when you are braiding it, so just a little recommendation. So the first thing that I always do when I start out my braids is I grab like a little section of hair from the top, just about this much. You just want to smooth it out and then create 3 sections like that. So to do a Dutch braid, what you have to do is take each end piece and cross it under the middle. For a regular French braid, it's just over the middle, so it's really not that big of a difference for those of you who don't know. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this left piece, put it underneath the middle piece, cross it over, and then the right piece and cross it under the middle piece. So now we're going to do the same thing with this piece. We're going to grab another section of hair, a small section, cross it underneath the middle piece, pull it tight, and then repeat on the other side. So this is this piece, we want to grab another section, put it under the middle, and pull tight. And you just want to keep repeating. So we're going to pull a section, put it underneath, and tighten. If you're pulling a piece and it's not smooth, just smooth it with your little brush. It'll prevent having to use too many bobby pins. I always like to do these braids extra tight. That way I can pull them apart later on, so it just comes out neater that way. And then once you finish that, you're gonna bring the hair to the front and then just continue the braid. To secure the bottom of your hair, you're gonna use a little elastic. I get these ones at the drugstore. They're better for when you're doing two braids like this because the braids are a lot smaller. So if you're using a regular size hair tie, it's gonna look a little silly. They come in black and they also come in blonde and they come in clear. So whatever color hair you have, there will be a hair tie that will match. So then I have like some shorter pieces that stick out. You just gotta like tuck them in and it'll stay. And then what I like to do is I like to slowly pull apart the braid just to widen it. It makes your hair look a lot thicker, so it's like a little trick that I like to do. And if you do it super tight at first, it's always gonna look a lot better when you pull it out this way, because if you do it looser, it's just gonna come out so quickly. Even when I do it this tight, at the end of the day, like there's so many pieces that are just out everywhere. So I also like to pull like my little sideburns out, and then I like to push my baby hairs down, so let me just pull these out. So now for the second side, we're gonna do the same thing. Smooth it back. We're gonna start with a small section, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna separate it into 3 sections. Another thing I wanted to add is when you're doing it on your own hair, it's kind of all about how you grip it. I can do it without even looking in a mirror, because the way that you grip it, you can just feel that it's going the right way. So I take my hand that I'm holding my hair with, the opposite hand I'm wrapping around my head, and that's what I'm gonna use to hold the hair. We're gonna take the first one and put it under the middle, the right one, and then put it over the middle. And then we're gonna grab a small piece of hair, put it under the middle. Small piece of hair under the middle. Same thing. Small piece. Smooth it if you gotta. You can see as I'm going, I'm like brushing through my hair. Even though my hair was fully brushed, it gets knotty when you're doing this, so just keep that in mind. Got my workout in for the day, that's for sure. So I'm gonna take a couple bobby pins and just smooth back the piece that didn't stay as tight as I wanted it to. So you just kind of like push the bobby pins in and you won't even see them. And then I'm gonna start pulling this apart just like I did on the other side. I'm gonna take a little bit of hairspray and just lightly spray the front. I don't like too much hairspray, but. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully learned some new tricks. Let me know if you, A, try it out, because I would love to hear that you actually tried it out and it worked for you. And B, if you've never been able to do this before and you do learn from this tutorial, also let me know, because that makes me so happy. And I feel like it's really hard finding a technique that works for you, and sometimes people will teach something one way and then you'll learn how to do it a completely other way, and that's how I feel like I've always been. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much, and until next time, I will see you guys later.